What's up, Unitube Uverse? It's your boy Scott, aka Mr. Awesome, back with episode number 8 of Mr. Awesome. Well, all us Tar Heel fans have got to be pretty depressed and upset this morning because we got slaughtered by the number 1 team, Indiana. I didn't think we had much of a chance to win, and P.J. Hairston being out with an injury was a big blow. Put up a good fight in the first half until the last 4 minutes. Indiana went on a 15-2 run. Then to start the second half, we didn't score in the first 5 minutes of the half. Recipe for disaster. Indiana was raining 3-pointers. We couldn't guard the perimeter, and we had no answer for Cody Zeller, which I knew would happen. Tough loss. We just need to regroup and focus on our next game. Duke. They play number 4 Ohio State tonight. This ought to be a good game. Last year Ohio State beat Duke at Duke, and now Duke goes to Ohio State for a rematch. Looking for some revenge. Number 2 ranked Duke, number 4 ranked Ohio State. I'm not much of a Duke fan, but I like Duke in this one. I think it's going to be a close game, coming down to the wire, but I just think Duke has one of the best big men in the nation, Mason Plumlee, and I think he will be the difference. How about some Hollywood news? Kristen Stewart, rumored to be pregnant with Robert Pattinson's kid. Turns out that was true, because she had a miscarriage. I feel sorry for her. She wasn't that far along. I know what she's going through, and I know what Robert's going through. Me and my wife have been there, done that. She had a miscarriage when she was only 4 or 5 weeks pregnant, and it was really painful. Really painful. First time I've ever had to deal with the loss of a child before. And there's no words to describe how it feels. And there's no advice on how you should act, what you should do. You just got to go with it. You got to cope with it. You got to grieve. And then you got to try to move on. My prayers go out to you, Kristen and Rob. Miranda Lambert is rumored to be pregnant. I haven't had a confirmation come back on that yet. But if anyone deserves a baby, it's Miranda Lambert and Blake Shelton. They are a fabulous couple. Fabulous music. Lots of hits. They're winning lots of awards. So we'll see if that rumor proves to be true. Kate Middleton is pregnant, and she's supposed to announce it this month. A close friend of hers who broke the news that she was engaged to Prince William, and was right, has said that Kate Middleton is pregnant and that she will announce it this month. A royal baby. London is going to be abuzz. News, news, news. Queen Elizabeth, she has to be happy. Just wish that Princess Diana was around to see the birth of her first grandchild. My son auditions today for the all-county band. He is the very first one to go. I think being the first to go would make you a little bit more nervous than, say, middle of the pack or last. But I think he's really good at it. He has been practicing his butt off, staying after school with the band teacher, practicing at home, practicing at Grandma's house, and he's pretty much got this thing nailed down. So we'll see. Hopefully nerves do not take over, and hopefully he makes all-county band. This would be a great achievement for him, and he really, really wants it. He needs this achievement to boost his confidence. Because right now, his confidence is low, and I would love to see him get this honor. If he makes it, he will be recognized at the end of the year at the last concert by the teacher, and he will get standing applause from everybody in the audience there to see the concert. Sorry, brain fart. My bad. This weekend in college football, there are some big championship games. You got the ACC championship game, Florida State, Georgia Tech. I like Florida State big in this one. Big. Georgia Tech just middle of the pack team. They run the option very well, but I think Florida State's defense is going to sniff it out and they're going to stop it. And then on offense, Florida State is going to run all over Georgia Tech. So I like Florida State. Another championship game is a rematch from last week, Stanford, UCLA. Stanford ended up winning that game by double digits. But I like UCLA. It's hard to beat a team 2 games in a row, let alone back-to-back weeks. So I like UCLA. One of the biggest games is Alabama at Georgia for the SEC championship. The winner of this game will play Notre Dame in the national title game. Go Notre Dame. It's no secret I'm a Notre Dame fan. Now, who would I rather see Notre Dame face, Alabama or Georgia? Well, Georgia is 5-1 all time against Alabama, so they got that going for them. They're hot. They're on a roll. They've had players who were ineligible or hurt come back, and they've been on a roll. They've got a great offense and a pretty good defense. Alabama, however, has the best defense in the NCAA. Notre Dame has the 3rd-ranked defense in the NCAA. So if Alabama were to win, the Notre Dame game would come down to defense versus defense. And I think that Alabama has a slight edge over Notre Dame on total offense. However, Notre Dame's offense has been clicking on all cylinders for several weeks and is just improving. Everett Goldston is improving every game. He can beat you with the pass. He can beat you with the run. He's just dynamic. Georgia, on the other hand, if we were to play them, it would be basically their offense versus our defense. One great offense, one great defense. That would be interesting. I think I would rather face Georgia. But I like Alabama in this game. Close game, I think. Maybe 10, 15-point margin, but I like Alabama. In pro football this weekend, you got a couple of interesting matchups. You got the Giants versus the Redskins. You got the Cowboys versus the Eagles. These 2 games are pivotal in the NFC East. If the Redskins beat the Giants will be 1 game up on the Redskins. If Dallas beats the Eagles, the Giants will be 1 game up on Dallas. There will basically be a tie for second. But if Washington loses and Dallas wins, the Giants will be up 3 games on Dallas. And I don't see Dallas making that up. Because Dallas has a pretty easy schedule, but they're so inconsistent on offense And the Giants, I'm not sure what their schedule looks like, but they've got both offense and defense. That's why they're the number one team in the division. The Carolina Panthers are set up to get 2 wins in a row. First this season that would happen. And it would be great for Carolina. They're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. These two teams matching up are bottom dwellers of the division against each other, just like Panthers-Eagles. The Panthers were able to force the Eagles into 3 turnovers, which eventually led to points for us in an 8-point win. I like the Panthers by a field goal. And I would not be surprised if this game went to overtime. So, there you have it. Episode number 8 of Mr. Awesome. This is Scott, your boy, aka Mr. Awesome. Signing off, wishing everybody out there peace, love, and happiness. Deuces. Awesome!